Hey everyone, I'm James. Today's Bible story is from the book of John, chapter 4. Jesus traveled around a lot, teaching people and healing the sick. He traveled from Judea to Galilee and went through a place called Samaria on his way. At the time, it was well known that Jewish people didn't like Samaritans. But Jesus stopped in Samaria to rest by a well. Jesus met a Samaritan woman there, and they had a pretty amazing conversation. In fact, do you hear that?
Diane Slater here for Ancient News, where we get to the bottom of life's most ancient questions, like slap bracelets, timeless trend, or generational mistake. But right now, we interrupt your regularly scheduled program to give you this breaking ancient news. Jesus. Yes, that Jesus talked to a woman at a well. We have her here right now, straight from Samaria. So, you just met with Jesus?
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe it.
Tell us, what happened?
Okay, well, I had to get some water. And it was hot. Yeah, I could have gone earlier in the day, but less traffic this time of day, so I wasn't expecting to see anyone. And I show up there, and this fella is sitting there.
And this fella was...
Jesus! Yes. I mean, okay, well, I didn't know it at the time. I wasn't sure who he was. Anyway, he asked me for a drink, and I was like, what?
Why were you like, what?
Well, I mean, this guy's Jewish, and I'm a Samaritan. And newsflash, we don't really talk to each other. But here he is asking me for a drink, and I was like, how can you ask me for a drink? Oh, wait, 1 second. Hey, Rachel, I have something to tell you. Ah!
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have today. Back to you.
Thanks, Diane. I'll pick it up from here. What the woman at the well was saying was true. Samaritans and Jews did not get along. They stayed out of each other's way. That's why it was so amazing that Jesus stopped to talk to the woman at the well. It was completely unexpected. Jesus had come to show that no matter who you are, God is offering... Oh, okay. Here we go again.
We interrupt your normal programming to bring this update to the breaking news from earlier. The woman at the well is back.
Yes, sorry. I had to tell someone else what had just happened.
Before we left, you said you asked Jesus how someone like him could ask someone like you for a drink. And how did Jesus respond?
Well, he looked at me and said, "You do not know who is asking you for a drink. If you did, you would have asked him. He would have given you living water."
Living water?
Right? And I was thinking, okay, hotshot. So I said, you don't have anything to get water with, and that well is deep. How do you plan on getting this living water?
You said this to Jesus?
Oh, I didn't know it was him. Give me a break. Oh, Joe, have you heard about Jesus? Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
Well, I guess we're going to leave it there. Living water. A new life form? Or a great hoax? We may never know. Back to you.
Well, we find out later in the story that this living water wasn't really water. Jesus was talking about the life that you can have by trusting in him. In fact, Jesus responded to the woman at the well by telling her that, I guess we're going back to Diane.
Yes, we're back. Again, with the woman at the well and her amazing meeting with Jesus.
Sorry, I just have to tell everyone I see.
Quite all right. You had just asked Jesus how to get what he called living water.
Right. So, Jesus tells me, everyone who drinks the water from this well will be thirsty again, but anyone who drinks the water I give them will never be thirsty. In fact, the water I give them will become a spring of water in them. It will flow up into eternal life.
A spring of water in them?
I'll say, can you imagine not going to the well every day?
Or the water cooler.
The water what?
Never mind. Please continue.
So I say to him, I'll take some of that living water. And, well...
Yes?
So he starts telling me all these things about my life, and I mean, he knew a lot. Like, a lot. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Please continue.
So I could tell this wasn't just your average Joe. I was like, okay, pretty clear you're a prophet. I mean, you know lots of things that no one else knows. And I say to him, I know the Messiah is coming and he'll be able to explain everything to us. And he says, the one you're talking about is the one speaking to you. I am he. I was talking to the Messiah. This fella Jesus is the Messiah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Ever since then, I've been telling all the people in the town about Jesus, and now they're talking to him. I mean, it's a party. I can't believe it. I feel like a new person. Jesus has offered me a new way to live life, and it's just full of joy, and Diane, I don't know how to explain it, but I think I get what this living water is all about. It's incredible.
Incredible indeed. Thank you.
No, thank you. Let's party. Woo!
An incredible encounter for a woman at the well. I should have asked her name. Oh well. Speaking of incredible, join us next week on Ancient News when we talk about fish sticks. Fish sticks. What? How? And mostly, why?
Thanks, Diane. That was a pretty great ancient news story. The woman at the well was given a front row seat to find out who Jesus was. He wasn't just a prophet. He wasn't just a teacher. He was and is the Messiah, the Son of God. And if we follow Jesus, he will give us a full life now, here on earth, and a relationship with God that will last forever. And that's good news. See you next time.